clase. It's so funny that my video was off. All right. So, hola, hola. Vamos a empezar. Let's get started. All right. So, I'm going to just come here and take a okay, so on our way down, I just want you to think about what Bart was talking about, that compression. So a lot of times when we feel compression, it's right in this part of the spine. This is like the most vulnerable part of the spine because of how much weight it actually has to take. It takes more here in your lumbar than any other part of the back. So take a second, appreciate that. Move your lumbar spine, move your lumbar curve in just a little, let it lengthen out. Good. And so sometimes just moving the lumbar curve in a hair will take a little pressure off. So I'm pulling down with my scapula and just moving that in, creating some extension there. So now we'll take a pause and we're going to hold on to it. Let's see. Oh, here comes Joanne. Excellent. So now we're going to just start moving inward and start a little roll all the way down to the mats. Good. So right here down on the floor, I want you to take a second, press your feet firm into the floor, and open your arms out into a T shape and feel your scapula slide together. And then you're going to exhale, push your feet into the floor, and then reach your hips over to one side. So I'm going to my left. You can inhale, move back through the center, press the feet firm into the floor, and then exhale, taking your hips there over to the right. Good. So just begin gently. I want you to also feel that your obliques really help you in this lifting and lowering. So as you pull back, pull down through your belly muscles and allow your legs to float right back up. Good. So now we're going to inhale, coming over to the side, squeeze, pull your scapula together, and then exhale, pull them right back up. Good. So take a second now, just as a really small little movement. Press your right foot deep into the floor and then just lightly tap your left foot. And as you tap, let the rib cage pull down, the belly pull in. Good. And just feel yourself supported there in that movement. So now setting that foot down, let's lift and lightly tap your right foot. Just feeling the nerves in the skin here, everything just waking up. Good. Let's press both feet firm into the floor and exhale. Draw your arms into your sides and push. You're going to peel the bones of your pelvis up. So again, I think this is always a great exercise post run because you're moving the lumbar curve in. You're stretching the fronts of the hips and you're stretching that tissue, the quadriceps and the tissue around the kneecaps. So take a second here, just enjoy a big lift. I think this is also a great exercise after a bike ride too, because you've spent a lot of time with your with particularly your thoracic spine rounded, depending on whether you use drop bars or not. But anyway, exhale, push your feet into the floor, curl, peel, lift, lead with your pubic bone as you rise up. Good. And then from there, let the pubic bone start to tilt a little bit up. So you're articulating all those vertebrae, letting them come back down to the floor. Let's try this again. Press the arms down, open, lift your chest, coming all the way up. And then from deep in your belly, you're going to exhale, take it all the way back down. Good. Let's take this one more time, just waking up. Inhale, and then exhale, pushing the feet down, spreading the arm bones into the floor, released through the neck. And then you're going to exhale and let those bones return to the floor. So now take a moment, and then this time you're going to lift your left and right foot just an inch or so from the floor. And then I want you to set your foot down, toe ball, heel, tap, and then lift it right back up. So you're going to toe ball, heel ball, toe, lift. So I just want you to peel your feet down and up, imprinting into the floor so you feel all the muscles in your feet, spreading the toes. Good. Try this just a time or two more. You'll also, if everything's working well, you'll feel deep work in your abdomen to keep your feet so close to the floor. Good. So this should feel a lot more like your belly work and a little bit less like hip flexor. Good. So now pause, bring your knees over your chest, and exhale, press the palms of the hands into your espinillas, into your shins. And let your back, la espalda, is going to keep stretching here. Good. So now let's exhale, bring your two arms up and squeeze, pull your shoulder blades all the way together down the back. So you can take this action a few times. Good. Really feeling your chest open, that broadness through the middle of your back here. And then let's exhale, stretch your right arm alongside the ear, lift your left leg up, return to this position. So now left arm and right leg lift together and then come right back down. You're going to stretch and reach these limbs up and down. So you're just alternating. Good. Each time the leg lifts, see if you can re-pull your belly muscles down and in so they're supporting you. Feeling your pelvis, hips, ribs nice and neutral. Very nice. So we're going to pause with your right arm, left leg up. Let's lower them together and lift them together. Let's lower down, 2, 3. Lift, 2, 3. 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 Pause, bending your knees. Try that same thing, opposite side. Right arm, left leg come out. They're going to lift and lower down. Make this a fluid movement. Remember to create a real definite halt, a real pausa when the leg comes down so that it's an active lift up instead of a swing of the leg, if that makes sense. Good. All right. So then from here, we're going to pause, bring your two knees in. And now I want you to take your arms alongside the ears, reach your two legs out, draw them in. Arms reaching, two legs reaching, right back in. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, pulling in. Inhaling out. Let's do this one more time and in. Let's make this the last one. Afuera, con los brazos, con las piernas. Good. Doblamos las rodillas. You're going to bend the knees. Bring them in y vamos a mercer. Let's rock. Lado y lado la columna. Good. So now open the arms wide into a T shape. Open your chest. And you're going to take your knees a la izquierda y ahora vamos a la derecha. Okay, so as you stretch, most importantly, keep your scapula down on the floor and then let your hips, they can travel up, but let the scapula stay down on the floor. Oh, excellent. So we're going to pause here with your two knees back over your torso. Now lift the knees so that they're right over the thighs, and I want you to take your knees so they're right over your hips. So rodillas sobre la cadera y ahora vamos a ir a la izquierda y ahora a la derecha. So you've just created a little L shape, and we're again going to take las piernas a la derecha y a la izquierda, and again keeping your scapula anchored to the floor. Very nice. Inhale, let's pause on top. Exhale, extend your two knees. Point and flex your feet just a little bit. And now holding the legs long, take the legs to the right, back up. Las dos piernas a la izquierda, and then right back up. So you want to just create movement that you can gradually lower, 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 slowly lower, and then exhale, pull right back up. So it's really the quality of how are you moving? The legs over to the right and then back up, legs over to the left and then back up. Good, let's do one more time, each direction. Oh, cada dirección. And then from here, hacemos círculos. Just make a few little circles with your pierna derecha and then otra dirección. Good. Same thing con la pierna izquierda, y cambiamos la dirección otra vez. Good, let's bend your two knees, los piecitos, los pies en el piso, on the floor. So now you're going to rock. Vamos a mercer un poco la columna inferior. So you're just creating a little rocking action of your low back. And then from here, let's hold the ribs, the belly tucked in, long and strong. Bueno, largo y fuerte. And now we're going to put your manos entre los estados detrás de la cabeza, so back behind the head. And now una respiración profunda. Take a big breath. And exhale, round through your ribs. Lift your head and chest, subiendo la cabeza. So when you lift, remember you're going to stay anchored through your pelvis so that this pubic bone doesn't come bulging up. And you're going to pull down with the front of the ribs, really feeling your belly muscles long, larga, abdominales largas y fuertes. Good, let's exhale, come right back down. Take a moment, open and close. Abrimos, cerramos your codos, your elbows. Good, just creating a little stretch here. And then feel your codos and your peripheral vision. So feel the elbows there in your peripheral vision. And then you're going to exhale, pull your umbilical, your navel down, and lift your head and chest. Subiendo, you're going to lift until you can pull la escápula arriba, pull the scapula up. And then we're going to exhale, bajando. You're going to exhale and lower right back down. Let's come up one more time. Inhale. Inspirando y expirando para subir. You're going to lift. And then right from here, from your belly, 5 little pulses. Subiendo 5 y 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Muy bien. Let's bajar otra vez. You're going to lower all the way back down once again. Inhale, opening your arms out into a T shape, sliding la escápula junta. You're going to pull the scapula together. Lift your 2 knees. Good. And then from here, lift your 2 legs. You're going to open and close. Dedos juntos. And then talones juntos. So you're going to let your toes come together, then your heels, toes together, then your heels, toes, heels, toes, heels. Good. Hold the heels together, and then your left talon, your left heel, you're going to beat into your right. Take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then con la derecha, el pie derecha, you're going to take your right foot and press it, beat it into the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So now from here, bend the 2 knees. Let the knees come towards your codos. And then exhale, estiramos. You're going to stretch your 2 knees back up towards the sky. So, bajando, subiendo. You all, I think these little exercises are wonderful for the circulation in your legs. So, stiffness in the joints. Good. So, take your time, really move through the movement with con intención. Good. So, now let's pause with your knees bent. Nos ponemos otra vez las manos detrás de la cabeza. So you're going to put your hands back behind the head once again. And then we're going to exhale, lower the head, estiramos las piernas. Okay, so now you're going to bend the knees, doblamos las rodillas, mientras subiendo la cabeza. Here we go. Let's take another 5, and back, and 4, and back, and 3, and back, and 2, and back, and 1. Very nice. Stretch and extend the 2 legs out. Beat the heels together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Go ahead, bend the knees one more time. Nos ponemos los piecitos en el piso. You're going to put your feet on the floor. Exhale, bring your arms here to your side. So now stretch your right leg up. And now you're going to reach the heel up towards the sky, real stretch through the hamstring. Let's go ahead and exhale, lift up 2, 3. And now we're going to come down 2, 3. So estamos subiendo, levantando la pelvis, la espalda, and then right back down. Let's go up. Dos más arriba. Thinking about that waltz time, moving slowly. Abajo. Y última vez, arriba. Muy bien. Now hold the leg up. You're going to take the ankle to the thigh. Stretch your hip and then lightly lift the sitting bones. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Exhale from here. Slowly lower those bones back down to the floor. Bring your two palms together over sobre el pecho. And now you're going to exhale, extend your arms out, lift your bottom leg. Let's try that. 5 veces. Out, and then in, out, and then in, out, afuera, and then in, afuera, adentro. Good. Let's hold afuera, putting the hands back behind the head. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Good. And then from here, lightly pulse through the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Holding here on top. Take your hands to the thigh, your extended thigh. Bend the knees lower down. Estiramos. You're going to stretch here for a moment. Good. And then make sure you're playing with the position of your neck. Cada lado. Good. Okay. Vamos a intentarlo. We're going to try all that on the other side. So place your right foot on the floor. Good. Brazos aquí a tu lado. Now from here, stretch and extend la pierna izquierda arriba. Good. And then you're going to exhale. That's right. Yeah. Up, arriba y abajo. Arriba y abajo. Good. Arriba y abajo. Y arriba, abajo. We're going to come up one more time. Arriba. Good. Now take your tobillo a tu muslo. You're going to take your ankle to your thigh. And then isquiones, your sitting bones up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Muy bien. From here, slowly lift those bones. Return to the floor. Las manos detrás del muslo. Put your hands behind the thigh. Big stretch here. Oh, I lied to you. Don't do that. Don't do that. It would be so nice if that's what we're doing now. But instead, what we're doing is extending your two legs out. Las palmas juntas. Good. And so now you're going to stretch and reach. Bottom leg. Abrazo. Y también tus brazos. So here we go. Take another 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Pause. Las manos detrás de la cabeza, subiendo la cabeza. So you're going to lift your head, and now we pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y ahora, now we'll put our hands here back behind your thigh. Stretch la pierna arriba. And then from here, bajamos otra vez. You're just going to get a nice stretch in the external rotators. Muy bien. Good. And then from here, let's exhale. Desdoblar. Unfold your two legs. Las manos detrás de los muslos. Put your hands behind the thighs. Let's exhale. Rock up to a seated position. Get your shin bones arriba. Pull your pecho también arriba. So your shoulder blades pulling together. So now vamos a bajar otra vez. You're just going to rock your back down and up. Arriba. And here we go. Pushing otra vez. And arriba. Good. Let's come right back. Arriba. All right. Now we're going to hold on top. Take your hands over your shins. Good. Place your feet on the floor if you need to. And then if you can, just raise the arms. We're going to go 5. Exhale, subiendo 4. Y 3. Y 2. Y 1. Muy bien. From here, folding in your knees, let's rotate towards la cámara. So you're gonna pull towards the camera. Pulgares arriba, ¿estamos bien? Are we all good? All right, so with your top knee, exercises I find are always useful. La rodilla arriba y abajo. You're going to take that knee down and up. Make sure your weight in your supporting hand is super, super ligera. El peso del cuerpo ligero en la mano. You don't want to have too much weight here. Good. So let's hold this knee open for a moment. Take it adelante, your pie adelante y atrás. 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 Good. Let's pause back there in the middle. Your top arm can open up. Let's estiramos la pierna 5 y 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Good. Let's pause now for a moment with the leg forward. And then your bottom thigh, just hold it. Let's see. Can you create a little pulse here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Setting that leg back down. And now the leg can move behind you. So now we'll inhale and exhale. Subimos la pelvis. 5. And exhale, we'll lift 4. Good. 3. Y 2. Y 1. Ya está. Good. Let's hold on here for just a moment. And then exhale, slowly lower back down. Your top knee can fold back behind you. And let's stretch over. Estiramos en esta dirección. Good. And then otra vez, otra dirección. Try this a couple of times. Stretching toward. Good. And then away. Let's now hold the toward en la dirección de las piernas. Good. And feel a long stretch of this side and perhaps a little release, relajando en el cuello. Good. All the way up once again. Back leg. La pierna atrás. Can you just lift it and hold? 5. Lots of feelings. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now put that leg in front of your other leg. And then we're going to switch laditos. We're going to switch sides and try all this again. So once again, I want you to feel like you set yourself up for success, para éxito. So you want to push your weight back and keep the weight in this bottom hand light. So ahora vamos a abrir y cerrar la pierna encima. Good. Just take a couple rounds. 3 y 2 y 1. Good. So now hold. Let's open this leg all the way. You're going to tap adelante y atrás, adelante, atrás, adelante, atrás, adelante. I know, Dorothy, you're getting this now. You got to be adelante, atrás, front, back. Good. Let's hold the pierna adelante. So now from here, so you can shift the weight so that bottom thigh can come down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Taking that thigh back, top leg back, la pierna encima, atrás. Y ahora nos subimos la pelvis. You're going to lift the pelvis, come right back down. Subimos. Y bajamos. Right? Subimos y bajamos. This is lifting and lowering. Subimos y bajamos. Última vez. Subimos. Ya está. Y bajamos. Y ahora, with this back leg, let it float back behind you here for a moment. Estiramos en la dirección de las piernas. You're going to stretch towards your legs. Good. Y estiramos away from them, lejos. Bueno, opuesto de las piernas. Good. All right. Here we go. Stretching, stretching. Muy bien. Esta vez, this time we're going to hold over here un ratito. Good. Good. And then from here, let's exhale. Take your hand here to your hip. Opposite hand back down. Subimos la pierna. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Then from here, I'll just hold ourselves. That's my sister. Oh, I have so many siblings. They just call and call. All right. Oh, Ellie, sorry, I didn't mean to answer. I'm teaching a class. I'll call you back. I always think I'm not answering. Ugh. All right. So from here, take your hips, your sitting bones to the edge of your blanket. We're going to try doing some roll-up. All right, so from here, exhale, move your spine forward. And then exhale, sitting up nice and tall. So now let's begin just rolling slowly, slowly, all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then from here, you'll take your arms just alongside your ears. Pull the scapula down, your rib cage in. Y vamos a elevarnos. You're going to lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So now let's stretch your right leg out. Take your 2 arms adelante. And then you'll stretch over this leg, right back up. Over the leg, sobre la pierna, y arriba. Good. Sobre la pierna, y arriba. This time, hold the arms up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate away from the leg, and then we'll rotate towards the leg. Rotamos. Good. Afuera y adentro. Good. One more time. Each direction. And then from here, you'll hold your 2 arms out, 2 legs out. Drop your thigh and exhale. Vamos a bajar. You're going to lower all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a little pause down here. Again, front ribs pull down. Belly is active. And now you'll exhale, slide the arms here to your sides. And we're going to lift up 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's change the position of the 2 legs. So now your right leg in, the left leg out. Estiramos adelante y arriba. Adelante y arriba. Good. Adelante y arriba. Good. So now when you stretch forward, hold the arms up. Exhale, lifting tall. And then you'll exhale, float the 2 arms down. And then we're going to vamos a bajar. 5 y 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Very nice. Here we go. Let's try that again. You'll inhale. Arms floating to your sides. Head, chest, shoulders, ribs, low back, sacrum. Subiendo. Muy bien. Let's put 2 legs out here for just a moment. You're going to create another gira. You're going to twist to the right, twist to the left. Giramos a la derecha, giramos a la izquierda. Very nice. So now with your 2 legs out, let's take your 2 arms forward. Bajamos, you'll lower our hair. Giramos a la derecha, giramos a la izquierda, giramos a la derecha, giramos a la izquierda. Let's pause in the center. Y bajamos. Let's lower all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, taking a breath. And exhale. Manos a tu lado, arms at your sides. We're going to slowly lift la cabeza, hombros, costillas, la espalda inferior. Good. So now let's sit up tall for just a moment. Heels move together, toes move apart. Las palmas arriba, pull your palms up. And then bajamos otra vez. You're going to lower all the way back down. 5, 4, y 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a little pause here. Even stretch your arms overhead. Softly, softly. And then vamos a subir. You're going to lift right back up. La cabeza, hombros, omoplatos, costillas, la espalda inferior, all the way back to a seated position. Good. So now from here, let's pull your two legs in. Good. And then we're going to come to face el ordenador. Let's face the computer for a moment. Put your legs in a comfortable position. I'm going to begin in Badakanasana. Do a little bit of weight work. So if your pesas are handy, go ahead, begin. So I'm in Badakanasana. Gonna do a little pelvic lumbar check. Make sure my weight is right above my two sitting bones. And you can check your weight side to side here, which in this position is a really lovely little stretch for your back. Good. So pausing here, let's take the weights just in front of your chest. And with one arm, el brazo derecho, we're gonna go out, up, down, and in. Let's try that with the left. Afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Right arm, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Left arm, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Let's do two arms, out and up, down and in, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Really try to keep your spine nice and long. Good. As you're creating those distinct movements, out, up, down, in. Let's pause. Pull your two elbows wide. Good. Now with just one arm, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Other arm, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Otro brazo, arriba, abajo, adentro, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Last time con el brazo izquierdo. Good. So now we'll try 5 together. Afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Dos más. Afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Real feelings in there, huh? Arriba, abajo, adentro. Good. Take a moment, stretch your neck side to side. Take a moment now. Let's do this. Slide one leg. I'm going with my right leg out for a moment. I'm going to tuck my left leg in. Good. So now let's try taking your two arms, stretch, reach up. Feel your weight even in your two sitting bones. Good. With the weights up, now tap. I just want you to tap the two weights together overhead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's exhale. Pull your triceps so that they are lifting, lowering your forearms, los antebrazos detrás de la cabeza y arriba otra vez. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Hold. Now stretch towards your extended leg. Right back up. A little movement. Estirando y arriba. Estirando y arriba. Estirando y arriba. Let's hold. Bring your weights down. Good. Now pull your outside leg in. Extend the opposite leg out. Very nice. And just let your hips take a second to get comfortable here. Good. Same thing. You're going to exhale, lift the weights. This time I want you to try this little lift like 5 times. So here we go. Brazos arriba y abajo. Brazos arriba y abajo. Brazos arriba y abajo. Brazos arriba y abajo. Last time, brazos arriba. Now you're going to tap the weights. 5 y 4 y 3, 2, 1. Good. And now you're going to take your antebrazos, your forearms back behind the head. 5 y 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Muy bien. Let's bring your two weights in front. Now you're, I lied otra vez. Una mentira. Stretch towards your extended leg. Stretch towards the extended leg. Good. Stretch. Good. Dos más. Little stretch. Feeling this work in the obliques. A little stretch to the inner thigh. Una pausa. Good. Bring your two weights back down. Now your two legs out. And once again, just feel firmness, feeling the inner thighs opening up. This time with un abrazo, so I'm going to use my right arm. I'm going to draw just a big rainbow across, over towards one knee and then towards the other. Here we go, another 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's pause, let that arm rest. Opposite arm towards the knee, and you want to keep your palm facing up whole time here. Con la palma arriba. Good. Here we go. 3. Try to keep your torso also steady. 2 and 1. Very nice. We'll take that same exercise, but with your palm facing down. So we're going to sweep over and around. Here you go. Over and around. 3 y 2 y 1. Muy bien. Otro lado. Try that on the other side. Shimmy if you need to. Make sure your back is still relaxed. And then otro lado. So you're going to take your left arm and brazo izquierdo, cruzando el cuerpo. Here we go. Abrimos y cerramos. Here we go. It's 5 y 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Muy bien. Let your two weights out of your hands here for a moment. Circle, circulando las muñecas. Bueno, puedes también sacudimos las muñecas. Very nice. Good. So let's pull our legs and cross your ankles. Bring your weight adelante. Good. And we're going to come onto all fours in this position un ratito. So from here, estiramos la cabeza y también your tailbone, coccyx arriba. And then let's come down. Otra vez. Good. Y muy bien. Try this one more time. Good. So now from here, let's pull your weight back and get a little stretch here, letting your shoulder blades van a separar un poco. Good. And then we're going to exhale, lift our weight just right over our two knees. So I'm going to take my pierna izquierda afuera. I'm going to take my left leg out. And then once again, I want you to create a little reach through the rib cages. Afuera y atrás. Good. So you're just reaching here. Let's pause, reach all the way away, right back up, Parigasana. Try that 3 times, all the way away, right back up, Parigasana. Good, all the way away, and back up through Parigasana. Pause here, big breath, big stretch, and then vamos a cambiar. So you're going to take this right arm or whichever brazo you're using, take it down. Exhale, lift your top leg. Let's go 10. Again, try not to throw the leg down and up gently. 8 and 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, y 1. Good. Let's set that leg down and then let your head melt down. Let your hips lift up. Good. And then you'll walk your hands facing forward otra vez. And then let's reach, move your hips back. Even maybe take your forearms to the floor. Estirando. Empujando arriba. pushing up, opposite leg pulls in, and now from here, moving your weight over the knees once again. Let's exhale. La pierna, pierna derecha is going to come out, and I want you to again move your costillas, lado y lado. Good. Good. Then we're going to add on to this by letting your whole torso stretch down and then come up. Really feel your obliques assist the big lift of your columna. Arriba y abajo. Estirando. Good. Letting your armpit chest open up. Good. Good. And then we're going to pause over on this side. Una pausa aquí sobre la pierna. Good. Estiramos arriba otra vez. You're going to come over onto the otro lado. And now la pierna afuera. Sube y bajo. Good. Here we go. Taking another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's pause here. Exhale, setting that leg down. Lift your hips up. Let the head melt down. Good. Big stretch to that whole side. Por el lado del cuerpo. Good. And then we'll walk our hands adelante. Walking your hands forward otra vez. Estirando. You're going to stretch your hips, thighs back. Maybe even let the forearms come down. Let's bring your leg back in. And now from here, pushing through your hands, lift your 2 knees. You'll walk your right foot and left foot wide. And let's come over and stretch in Paddo Tanasana. Oh, me encanta esta postura. So you're just in a wide leg forward bend, toes turning slightly in, thighs staying lifted, muslos elevadas. Good. So now from here, we're going to look up for a moment. Good. And turn one set of toes out. So I'm going to turn my right toes out. Good. And then walk my hands just towards that leg and lift up into Trikonasana. Eso. Good. So your hips moving forward, legs staying active, head moving slightly atrás. We can bend this knee here for a moment. And then we'll exhale, estiramos atrás otra vez. Bringing your hands back down. Walk your hands forward, turn the toes in. Take another breath in Paddo Tanasana, wide leg forward bend. Bueno, y from here, subimos otra vez. You'll lift. Again, turn your opposite toes out. And then we'll walk our hands. So when you walk your hands, remember, you're going to keep your hips right where they are. Good. And then exhale, sweep the top arm up. Let's bend the top knee or bottom, that left knee, la rodilla doblada. Good. So now from here, exhale, push all the way up. Turn those toes in once again. I just want you to open into a kind of big, glorious back bend here. And then we're going to take same hands to one foot, a long stretch. As you reach your hands, I'm going towards my right foot. I'm going to pull my torso back to the left. A la izquierda. Good. Let's subimos otra vez, a nice glorious back bend. And then vamos a girar. You're going to twist over that opposite leg. Pull back with the arms, back with the hips to get a deep stretch through your shoulders. Por tu latissimus. Muy bien. Now from here we'll return to facing forward. I'm going to try coming down to the floor like this. Walking my hands out. My right leg, I'm going to move it to my left and slowly lower my hips. How did that go? Bien? Good. So let's come right back down to the floor. Finding your way that feels comfortable, feels safe for you. Maybe even rocking your back a little bit. Good. So let's let the left foot come down to the floor, and you're going to take your two hands behind your right thigh. Just stretch this leg up. And you want to feel right there, all those attachments. Getting a good estiramiento. Good. And then from here, let's bend the knee, fold it towards you, and then move the knee to the outside. Open your left knee. Give 5 respiraciones aquí. 5 breaths here. Exhale, bringing your legs all the way back in. Good. Let's try that on the other side. So now you're going to exhale, lift your left leg up, la pierna izquierda arriba. Estiramos por la rodilla, stretch through the knee. 5 big breaths. Good. Doblamos la rodilla. You're going to bend the knee come out. Let the opposite knee, la rodilla puesta, abre. Opening this knee, so we're stretching across your pelvis. 5 respiraciones. Muy bien. Let's close the two legs. Now open your arms to out to the side. Then you're going to cross your right leg in front of your left, and then get a little Guru Dasana leg here going. You can take your arms together. And now I'm going to cross my left arm over my right and just hold for a couple of breaths. Good. We'll open the arms right back out into a T. And then from here, take your knees over to the side. We're going to go to both sides, so pick your favorite side. And then exhale, right back up. Let's try stretching your hips, otra dirección. Slowly, slowly, lowering to the floor. All right, using the strength there in your abdomen, bringing the legs back in. Desdoblar las rodillas. You're going to unfold the legs now to cross the left over the right. And now your right arm, brazo derecho sobre la izquierda. Hold here for a few breaths. Good. And then taking another breath, you can exhale, open the arms out to the side. Let the legs come over to one side. 5 respiraciones. Y lo haremos otro lado. You're going to try to stretch otra dirección, so letting the legs now float to the opposite side. Muy bien, subimos otra vez. Let's lift. And now take your hands back behind your two thighs. And let the torso, let the legs melt towards your torso, en la dirección del torso. Good. And just let the whole low back Get a deep estiramiento. Good. Letting the pelvis return to the floor. Soles of the feet pull together. The knees open up. And then you'll just stretch, letting the hips release. Good. And then we're going to let both feet come down. Let the two legs open. Abrimos las piernas. And from here, las manos sobre tu estómago. You can put your hands over your abdomen. And let's indulge in a few deep breaths. So I ask you, what does a complete breath feel like to you? See if you can explore that notion as you breathe. Take one more complete, full, deep breath. Una respiración compleja. And then vamos a subir las piernas. You'll lift your legs. Pull them back over your pecho one last time. Knees over the chest. Meciendo la espalda, so just rocking your back. Giramos. A la derecha, you can roll to one side. And then nos sentamos arriba. Let's sit all the way up. Good. Nos traemos las palmas adelante del pecho. You can bring your palms before your heart. Cerramos los ojos. Bueno. Doblamos la cabeza. Tu práctica es un regalo. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Gracias y disfruta el resto de la noche. Namaste.
Namaste.